Om Shanti.
Together, Wazirali. Thank you.
So wonderful to reconnect with you, dear friend, Joyce Wazirali. Thank you so much for being with us for this special edition of Ask the Author for our new book, Magic and Miracles.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Andrea. Thank you for this interview, and thank you for appearing in my life.
Oh,
I'm grateful, and you're a special person for me. So
I feel the same way, Joyce. I really feel like the universe brought us together. And I know that you believe that too. You believe that people are interconnected and there are forces that bring us angels sometimes, right when we need them, right?
Yeah, I believe they are, and they are helping us. When we are in need, we can ask the universe for help, and sometimes the universe sends some people on your pathway. Sometimes people don't know that, and they say, "No, I don't need your help," and then they are looking for another help, but the universe is sending people on your pathway to help you solve your problems or whatever you're troubling with. So. And it's a deep belief in me, and it helped me a lot in my life. So miracles can happen. So
Yes, they can. And the story that you share in Magic and Miracles is really, really powerful. And I think that your story actually demonstrates that combination between the universe, you sending us people, but also sending us signals from within. And in your case, it started off with a vision. So tell us about the vision that you share at the beginning of your story.
I get visions during the days, and I never know when the visions come. So, or I get visions when I'm wake up in the morning, or I get information to do something, and I get a vision to visit my apartment because there was something terrible happening there, and I saw what happened, but I didn't believe it. I didn't want to believe it because it was so terrible.
Yeah.
And,
but to be clear,
it
so
kept coming back.
You were at home in where? In the Netherlands, and you had this vision about an apartment in Spain.
In Spain, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And the visions kept coming back. I couldn't wipe them out. They were very strong, and I know from my experiences also in the past, I have to do what I have to do. So I went to Spain, to my apartment, and that was a journey with a lot of obstacles and ordeals.
But even there, you said that you were warned, or you got this insight to tell you, this is not going to be an easy journey on your way to Spain to figure out what was going on in your apartment, right?
Yeah, I get the warning. It was like someone talking to me. Be prepared because you will arrive at another time, and let go everything because you can't help it. It will happen like it will happen. So yeah, I was very excited, but I couldn't do anything else. So then go to my apartment in Spain and take the plane, but the plane didn't go because another plane crashed on the airport, and we had to go to Spain from another airport. And then we got into 4 buses, and now something happened with one bus. They get a flat tire. So I was happy it was not the bus I was sitting in, I thought, but they had to drive in a caravan, so we had to wait for all the buses. We had to drive together. So and no more ordeals happened. You can read it in my story.
Yeah,
So
it was just like one after the other after the
yeah,
other. But at least
yeah,
you had that sense of warning that says, listen, you have to go, but there are going to be problems along the way. So you
yeah.
didn't give up. You did
No,
make it eventually to Spain, only to find
yeah,
out that the problem in your apartment was really bad.
yeah. It was really bad. Yeah, it was so bad, and I had no way out. I had to stay in my apartment, and that was the baddest story. You can read it in my story. I don't
Well,
tell everything.
yeah, we won't tell everything, but suffice it to say that when Joyce got to her apartment in Spain, it was there was a problem with the bathroom system. We'll leave it at that. But it was amazing to me how you, through that experience, you knew that something bad was happening. You had called to Spain trying to get your girlfriend to maybe go check on it.
Yeah,
None of that was happening. It forced you to
no,
go, which, it's one of those things that you're like, couldn't someone else have fixed this problem? But
yeah,
then the very next day, once you got there and you endured like a really painful night, you said that one of the things that got you through the night was chanting.
Chant.
And I know that you practice Nichiren Buddhism, and the mantra that you chant is
Yeah,
Nam-myoho-renge-kyo.
yes.
And so tell us, what is the significance of that, and how did that help you get through this ordeal?
Yeah, Nam-myoho-renge-kyo means I surrender myself to the law, the universal law of cause and effect.
Mm.
There somewhere in the past there had been a cause, and this is the effect I get now. And it's difficult to find out what the cause was, but Nichiren Daishonin was a monk in Japan, and he lived in the 13th century, and he discovered by practicing different kind of Buddhism that there was one sutra from Siddhartha, the Lotus Sutra, and it was very difficult to comprehend and to practice. So he found out that by chanting Nam-myoho-renge-kyo, he made it practical for everybody to get enlightened in the society in the here and now. And by chanting Nam-myoho-renge-kyo, something moves in the universe. It's very miraculous. And what happens is that for some reason you get help, or you get an insight what you have to do or what you
Mm.
don't have to do, or things are changing in your environment. It's difficult to listen and I explain, but it's better to practice for a while, and then you can see the changes. And he proved that with his own life, because he had a lot of troubles in his
Mm.
life, and it was his protection. And Nam-myoho-renge-kyo was his protection, and so he translated the Lotus Sutra in chanting Nam-myoho-renge-kyo. And
Okay, so it came from this Buddhist sutra into Japanese,
the Lotus
the
Sutra,
Lotus
yes.
Sutra into
Yes.
Japanese. And
Yeah,
one of the things that you say in this, I love this, it's beautiful to me because I've heard about Buddhist mantras and chanting that help to neutralize karma. So
yeah,
there's always a cause for what we see in our world. Somewhere in
yeah,
the past there was a seed planted. But with this chanting, it's like you're paying off that karmic debt. And
yeah.
and the way you
That's right.
described it, I think was beautiful, that it's turning this pain, this
Poison
poison
into
into
medicine.
into medicine. So it's
Yeah,
like it's healing, and it's also bringing you the new result that you want.
yeah, yeah. That's right. Yeah,
And so the very next day, you happen to be connected to someone whose name is
yeah,
Angel, I guess, in
yeah.
Spanish, which is spelled angel.
Angel.
I love it.
How is it possible? And his son's name is also Angel, Angel. So I met two angels the next day, and he helped me a lot, and he did everything he could do for me, and I'm so thankful for him,
Yeah.
because it was on a Saturday, and I couldn't call an insurance or someone to help me because the offices are closed. But he had a telephone number of the people working at the insurance, and they came on Saturday. And
well, it was a pretty dire situation having, all of that smelly stuff in your apartment.
yeah,
And so these two angels really helped you. And then you said that, you even got put up in a hotel, so you
yeah,
got to literally be completely away from the mess while it was getting
yeah.
fixed.
Yeah, it was just a luxurious holiday on the beach. We had a private beach, and
Wow.
and then I called my friends, and everybody did a punt with me. I could reach them finally.
I know,
So
isn't
I
that?
think this is the universe. If I had reached my friends, I didn't have the solution because they didn't have the key to the solution. The only person was my neighbor, Angel. So I had to suffer
Yeah.
all the time to find the right person at the right moment, at the right place. So that's how the NammyohoRengekyo works, but also the universal law. And I believe in it.
And you also believe that, we do have the keys, and in your current work, helping people, whether it's in business or in their personal lives, you're helping them find the keys to their own solutions.
Yeah, yeah.
And so you founded this company, Heliotropo, yes?
Heliotropo, yes.
And what exactly does that name mean, and how does that relate to your trauma work?
Yeah, heliotropo is a Greek word, and it means growing to the sun, growing to a new and higher awareness. And I believe everybody is born with a sun in their heart. And by experience in life, the light gets dimmed. And by growing to your own sun, you can shine more and more and brighten your own life path and also the life path of your environment. And that causes more peace in the world. So that's my philosophy of heliotropo.
So I love it. So you work with groups, you work with businesses, and you're really combining your work in the business world, because you were a very successful businesswoman for many, many decades, and
Yeah.
now bringing all of this counseling and your own personal and spiritual development. You're really
Mm-hmm.
helping people gain those keys and gain that access. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So, what I do is listening to the stories of the people, and when one, for example, when a person comes to my office, I listen to their stories and what are they, what are their problems, and I'm asking questions. But while I'm listening and asking questions, I listen to on which level of the personality, like physical or emotional or social or maybe rational or spiritual or on soul level, is the effect of what they are, where their problems are. But I'm also looking for where are the causes of the problem. The cause, sometimes people have pain in their shoulders or neck, and then they go to the physiotherapist, and if it doesn't work, they look for another solution, and then people send other people to me. So, yeah, Joyce is looking at a different way to person, and then, for example, someone came with problems with the neck and the shoulders, and physiotherapist couldn't help, and then by listening to the story of the person, I heard that the person was very, he was helping everybody. So he felt responsible for everybody and the whole world. And it started all from childhood. So it was a pattern in his life, what was normal for him, because then everybody likes him. So he did it because people like him then.
Yeah.
So I did some process with a person, and then he found the key and the keyhole. I just
You just help him.
yes, I just helped to find the key and the keyhole, and the transformation is from inside.
Yeah.
When the people find the key and the keyhole, and they transform from inside, they change, their behavior change without thinking, I have to do this, I have to do that. No, they change from inside, and then he could leave the responsibility of other people with other people and don't take the responsibility of others. And what happened, the pain in his shoulders and neck were gone. So that's how it works. So that's how I work. Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, to me, it immediately gives me the image of someone carrying the weight of the world
Yeah.
on their shoulders,
That's
and
yeah.
it just creates all this tension and pain.
Yeah.
But I love the way that you bring all of it together. It's the
Mm-hmm.
intellectual, the rational side of us, along with the soul work that we need to
Yeah.
do, and then making it really practical. You know, these are the steps that you take to get out of it.
Yeah.
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 I love it. Well, I think that people should also check out your story in Life After Trauma, because you also talk in that story about
Yeah.
healing physical, serious health challenges
Yeah.
using your approach of this insight and wisdom, because the body is just giving us messages about the trauma or the belief patterns that we're holding. So I won't give all
Yeah.
of it away, but that story
Yeah.
yeah, is worth reading.
Mm. Yeah. Of course.
Well, Joyce, it is so, so wonderful to connect with you. And I'm really grateful that you stepped up to this invitation to share your story in this book, Magic and Miracles. Because I really think that, whoa, all of those steps of your story, seeing those visions, hearing that voice tell you what you were going to expect, and then it having such a remarkable outcome is really
Yeah.
powerful, really powerful.
Thank you. Thank you, Andrea.
Well, if you would like to connect with Joyce, just visit her online at heliotropo.nl, and you can find a little link there for English if you don't speak Dutch. And you can also connect with her on our website. Just visit magicandmiraclesbook.com. You can also go to myliferewritten.com, and you'll see her bio and information about her story in the other book, Life After Trauma. But Joyce, it's so wonderful to see you. I'm looking forward to seeing
Yeah.
you again in
Yeah.
person in the
Thank
new
you.
year.
Yes, of course. We will meet each other.
Yes.
Thank you very much, Andrea.
Well, I'm so excited to be connected. And once again, I
Yeah.
really believe that people will be blessed and have new insights about the magic that they can learn how to tune into in their own lives. So thank
Yeah.
you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. You're welcome. Bye.
Did you enjoy that interview? I sincerely hope so. If you did, please be sure to click the like button and share this video with someone who needs a little positivity and magic sprinkled into their life. Please support the authors by getting a copy of the book. You can also access free gifts from many of the authors by visiting magicandmiraclesbook.com. Until we meet again, my friend, please remember this. You are a magical miracle, and you are a gift to this world. So share your presence with passion. Much love. Bye.